I welcome you all to the room of commerce. I hope you are all safe. You would have already learnt Unit 5, Elements of Marketing, Chapter 13, Concept of Market and the Marketer. Since the topic is very easy to understand and the volume is also very less, you would have completed learning this topic. We have question and answer session today, and now we are going to discuss the objectives type, that is 1 mark, and also very short answers 2 marks. Moving to the objective type questions, the first question is, one who promotes or exchanges the goods or services for money is called as dash. Option A, seller. Option B, marketer. Option C, customer. And option D, manager. The seller transfers the goods to the customer. The customer is buying the goods from seller, and the manager is managing the affairs of the business, and the marketer is a person whose duties include the identification of the goods and services desired by a set of consumers, as well as the marketing of those goods and services on behalf of the company. So here option B is the right answer, because the marketer is promoting and exchanging the goods or services for money. Can you follow? The second question is, the marketer initially wants to know in the marketing is dash. Option A, qualification of the customer. Option B, quality of the product. Option C, background of the customers. And option D, needs of the customer. Here, the qualification of the customer and background of the customer is nothing to do with marketing. The quality of the product is also not the initial requirement to be known by the marketer. Hence, the need of the customer is the initial requirement to be known by the marketer in the marketing, and the answer is needs of the customer. The third question is, the spot market is classified on the basis of dash. Option A, commodity. Option B, transaction. Option C, regulation. And option D, time. Commodity market is a place where produced goods or consumption goods are bought and sold. The classification of commodity market are manufactured goods market, produce exchange market, and bullion market. And on the basis of regulation, we have regulated market and unregulated market. On the basis of time, we have short period market and long period market. And on the basis of transaction, we have spot market and future market. Here, the goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods takes place immediately only in spot market. So, the answer is the spot market is classified on the basis of transaction. Option B. The fourth question is, which one of the market deals in the purchase and sale of shares and debentures? Option A, stock exchange market. Option B, manufactured goods market. Option C, local market. And option D, family market. The manufactured goods market deals with manufactured goods. Example, leather goods, manufactured machinery, etc. And local market consists of buyers and sellers belonging to a local area or areas. Family market takes place when exchange of goods and services are confined within a family or close members of the family. And the stock exchange market is a market where sales and purchases of shares, debentures, bonds, etc. of companies are dealt with. Now, the answer is option A, stock exchange market, which deals in the purchase and sale of shares and debentures. We move to question number 5. Stock exchange market is also called dash. Option A, spot market. Option B, local market. Option C, security market. And option D, national market. In spot market, the goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods take place immediately. In local market, both the buyers and sellers belong to a local areas, maybe a town or village. In national market, certain types of commodities who has demand throughout the country are dealt. And in securities market, sales and purchase of shares, debentures, bonds, etc. of companies are dealt with. So, the answer is security market, option C. Now, we are moving to question number 6. The word market is derived from the Latin word dash. Option A, marcus. Option B, mercatus. Option C, marks. And option D, mass. Here, in the first line of your chapter, the concept of market and the marketer, you could have found that the word market is derived from the Latin word mercatus, which means trade, commerce, merchandise, a place where business is transacted. So, the answer is option B, mercatus. The 7th question is, marketing refers to the dash. Option A, goods and services are exchanged to each other. Option B, sale of product. Option C, goods distribution. And option D, all of this. Marketing refers to the exchange of goods and services, sale of products and distribution of goods. So, the answer is all of this, option D. Now, we move on to the question number 8. Which type of market deals with the purchase or sale of gold and silver? Option A, commodity market. Option B, bullion market. Option C, perfect market. And option D, capital market. Commodity market is a place where produced goods or consumption goods are bought and sold. Option C, perfect market, is a market in which products are identical or homogeneous. And in option D, we have capital market, where the financial needs of the new or going concerns are met by capital markets. And the option B, bullion market, this type of market deals with the purchase and sale of gold and silver. So, here the answer is bullion market, option B. The 9th question, which market is regulated and controlled by certain rules? Option A, world market. Option B, national market. Option C, produce exchange market. And option D, commodity market. Here, In world market, buyers and sellers are from different countries. In national market, certain type of commodities are demanded throughout the country, and in commodity market, the produced goods or consumption goods are bought and sold. In case of produce exchange market, it is an organized market where commodities or agricultural produce are bought and sold on wholesale basis. It is regulated and controlled by certain rules. Now we are moving to question number 10. Dash is an international market. Option A, future market. Option B, regulated market. Option C, foreign exchange market. And option D, money market. Future market. In such markets, contracts are made over the price for future delivery. The dealing and settlement take place on different dates. Regulated markets are type of markets which are organized, controlled and regulated by statutory measures. Money market is a type of market where short-term securities are exchanged. Foreign exchange market is an international market which helps exporters and importers in converting their currencies into foreign currencies and vice versa. So, the answer is foreign exchange market, option C. We move on to question number 11. Dash is the most valuable product that can be marketed today. Option A, ideas. Option B, persons. Option C, places. And option D, information. Out of all these four options, information is the most valuable product on which the marketing cycle revolves around. So, information is the most valuable product that can be marketed today. And we move to the last question of objective type. Which type of market where short-term securities are exchanged? Option A, spot market. Option B, manufactured goods. Option C, money market. And option D, bullion market. In spot market, goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods takes place immediately. In manufactured goods market, deals with manufactured goods. Money market is a type of market where short-term securities are exchanged. Bullion market deals with purchase and sale of gold and silver. So, the answer is money market, option C. So, short-term securities are exchanged in money market. So, can you understand, children? Apart from objective type of questions given at your book bag, you can also scan QR code and find out some more questions of objectives and do it as exercise. If you do so, it is sure you can get centum marks in the subject commerce. Shall we move to the next part? Yes, we are moving to part B. Part B consists of very short answers and each carries 2 marks. The first question is, what is market? Market means a place where goods are bought or sold. It is a medium or place to interact and exchange goods and services. The meeting place of buyers and sellers in an area is called market. So, how to remember? Market means a place. Underline the place. The next one is medium or place to interact and exchange. Underline interact and exchange. The third is the meeting place of buyers. You have to underline the meeting place of buyers. We are moving to the second question. Define marketer. A person whose duties include the identification of the goods and services desired by a set of consumers, as well as the marketing of those goods and services on behalf of the company. This definition of marketer is given by Business Dictionary. So, what is the definition of marketer? A person whose duties include, point number 1, the identification of goods and services. What type of goods and services? Desired by a set of consumers. So, those goods and services should be identified in such a manner that they are desired by a set of consumers. Next point, as well as the marketing of those goods and services. After identifying, you have to proceed with marketing of those goods and services on behalf of a company. So, this is the definition of marketer given by Business Dictionary. Moving to the third question. The third question is, what is meant by regulated market? Regulated markets are those markets which are organized, controlled and regulated by statutory measures. Regulated markets are those markets which are organized, controlled and regulated by statutory measures. Example are stock exchanges of Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, etc. We are moving to question number 4. What is meant by spot market? Spot markets are the markets in which goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods take place immediately on the spot. So, that is called as spot market. So, spot markets are the markets in which goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods take place immediately. The question number 5 is, what is meant by commodity market? A commodity market is a place where produced goods or consumption goods are bought and sold. So, a commodity market is a place where produced goods or consumption goods are bought and sold. Commodity markets are subdivided into produce exchange market, manufactured goods market and bullion market. The next question is, define market. According to Pyle, market includes both place and region, point number 1, in which buyers and sellers are in free competition with one another, point number 2. So, here market includes both place and region in which buyers and sellers are in free competition with one another. And yet another definition is given by Clock and Clock. According to them, a market is a center or an area, point number 1, in which the forces leading to exchange title to a particular product operate, point number 2, and towards which the actual goods tend to travel. This is point number 3. So, first, a market is a center or an area. Second is in which the forces leading to exchange title to a particular product operate. And the third is and towards which the actual goods tend to travel. So, if you are marking the points and learn, you can easily remember the definitions. The definition should be written as it is and it should not be your own definitions. Can you understand, children? Yes. Coming to question number 7, classify the markets on the basis of geographical area. There are 4 types of market on the basis of geographical area. One is family market, the second is local market, the third is national market, and the fourth is international market. The family market deals with exchange of goods and services within a family or members of the family. So, within a family or members of the family exchange goods and services, that market is called as family market. Local market, here the buyers and sellers are confined to a local area. National market meets the demands throughout the country, and international market concerned, here the buyers and sellers of the goods are from different countries. Can you understand? Family market, local market, national market and international market. The next question is, how the market can be classified on the basis of transaction. There are 2 classifications. One is spot market and the next is future market. In spot markets, goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods take place immediately on the spot. While discussing the objective type, we learnt what is spot market. Future market concerned, contracts are made over the price for future delivery. The dealing and settlement take place on different dates. That is, the dealing may be on one date and the settlement may be taking place on another date. That is called as future market. Now we are moving to question number 9. How the market can be classified on the basis of importance. The first classification is primary market, the second is secondary market and the third one is terminal market. In primary market, the primary producers of farm sell their output or products through this type of markets to wholesalers and consumers. So, you can find this type of market mostly in villages. Secondary market, in this market semi-finished goods are marketed. What do you mean by semi-finished goods? These goods are not available readily for consumption. They have yet to undergo some more process to be consumed by the consumers. Terminal market, it is a central site that serves as an assembly and trading place for commodities in a metropolitan area. So, it is a central site place that serves as an assembly and trading place for commodities in a metropolitan area. What do you mean by metropolitan area or metropolitan city? The Census Commission defines a metropolitan city as one having a population of over 4 million is called as metropolitan city. Here we can give the example of Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Pune, Surat and Nashik as metropolitan cities. Can you understand? Okay. And the last question, the 10th question is, what do you mean by unregulated market? A market which is not regulated by statutory measures is called unregulated market. So, first one, a market which is not regulated by statutory measures is called unregulated market. The second is, this is a free market where there is no control with regard to price, quality, commission, etc. So, it is a free market where there is no control. Whenever there is no control, you can call it as free. So, like that here also in free market where there is no control with regard to price, quality, commission, etc. you can call this market as unregulated market. In this market, demand and supply determine the price of goods. So, what is determining the price of goods? Usually the price is determined by demand and supply. The same is the case here in unregulated market also. So, demand and supply determine the price of goods. Children, hope you have understood how to do answers for 2 marks. For doing 2 marks, at least or minimum of 2 points or 3 points should be there on your paper. Your answer should be crisp and you have to write to the point. Then only you will be able to get or gather all these 2 marks, and that will help you to score the full marks in commerce. Hope you all understood the procedure, ma'am. Children, in this session we discussed objectives and very short answers, and in the next session we will be looking into short answers and essay type. Thank you, children.